If you were born on the 23rd, or if you have a 23 life path, your energy is associated with the King of Wands tarot card. And this is because a wand in tarot represents the fire element. There's only 4 suits in tarot. You have wands, you have swords, you have pentacles, which is money, and then you have cups. Cup represents water, wand represents fire, pentacles represents earth, which is money, and then the sword represents air. And so the reason why the 23 is called the King of the Wands, the fire element in tarot, is because 23 represents the royal star of the lion. 23 is a royal star number. I'm going to explain to you what that means in a second. But in numerology, there is a hierarchy of numbers. You have base numbers, then master numbers, then you have royal star numbers, which are in a class of their own. What separates royal star numbers from master numbers and base numbers is that master numbers and base numbers are ruled by planets, while royal star numbers are ruled by constellations. They're ruled by stars. And the stars are way more ancient in a level of consciousness and way more powerful than the planets, which makes royal star numbers way more ancient and way more powerful than the master numbers and the base numbers. And the royal star associated with the number 23 is the royal star of the lion, which is Leo, the Leo constellation. And so this is why 23s are so different from the other 5s. This is why 23s are so different from 14s and 41s and 32s, because all those 5s are governed by the same planet, Mercury. 23 is not governed by a planet. It's literally governed by the constellation Leo, not the sun, literally Leo, the constellation. 23s are governed by that. And so these people have a very royal, powerful, aristocratic, magnetic, charismatic frequency that they emit. And a lot of them are not aware of this. But the number 23, the Chaldeans believed that this number was guided and protected by invisible forces that bends reality to their will. This is the most confident number in all of numerology, even more confident than the 1, even more confident than the 11. This is a very, very powerful number. And so the more you associate yourself with the qualities of Leo as a 23, the more good fortune you're going to get. Because Leo is going to be the constellation that guides you and blesses you throughout your life. As a 23, you need to act like a king. If you're a woman, you need to act like a queen. And the world will bend to your will. Because you have the most ancient consciousness out of all the numbers. You have the most powerful energy out of all the numbers. There's only 4 royal star numbers in all of numerology. This is 23, this is 37, 51, and 65. And because the 23 is the king, leadership, authority, it governs the number 2 and the number 3. Which means that 23s are not ruled by the number 2 and 3. They govern 2 and 3. 2 is ruled by the moon, and 3 is governed by Jupiter. The moon represents your mind, your emotions, your karma, your destiny, your fate, your imagination, your subconscious. While Jupiter represents good fortune and expansion. And so what this does is it expands your emotions, expands your imagination, and expands your inner world, which allows you to create your own reality. And so whatever you imagine and then fuse that with your will or with your pride or with your confidence, you will create around you. The more confident you are as a 23, and the more you express the qualities of Leo as a 23, the more you begin to live the life of a Leo, or a Leo on earth. This number has the ability to live a life of luxury. With their confidence alone, they're able to easily defeat enemies. Michael Jordan idolized his older brother, Larry Jordan, when they were younger. And his older brother always wore the number 45. And so that was Michael Jordan's favorite number. Michael Jordan always wanted to wear the number 45. When they got, and I think it was high school, I believe, him and his older brother played on the same basketball team. And because his older brother was older than him, his older brother got seniority over the number 45. And so Michael couldn't pick the number 45. And so because that was his favorite number, he just split it in half. And he just said, whatever half of 45 is, I'll pick that so I can still be connected with my older brother. And half of 45 is 22.5. Because there's no 22.5, he just rounded it up and got 23. And he just went with that. He just stuck with that number. And for the rest of the time, he always wore the number 23. And Michael Jordan ended up becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. The ancient Chaldeans believed that the number 23 was guided by invisible forces. What are the odds that the greatest NFL basketball player of all time wore the number 23? Like, that shit is crazy. Not only that, but the person that Michael Jordan mentored, who was Kobe Bryant, was born on the 23rd as well. And the person that Kobe Bryant mentored, who was Kyrie Irving, was also born on the 23rd. Who played with LeBron James, who also wore the number 23. What are the odds of that? Number 23 is a number of good fortune. And so if you are a 23 out there, understand that you do have some past life karmic reward. And so take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. If you truly feel like you deserve something on the inside of you, the outer world will give you exactly that. The number 23 is ruled by Leo, which gives you a divine right to authority. And so the world will treat you according to how you act. Even XXXTentacion was born on the 23rd. Who's another 23 that we know? Gucci Mane, a Lifepath 23. Do you know how many near-death situations that man has made it out of? Do you know how many times he's been incarcerated and locked up? Do you know how many times he just completely fucked his life over? But out of nowhere, Gucci Mane just ended up just always coming out of the situation perfectly fine every single time. A 23 Lifepath is going to be almost indestructible. It's going to be impossible for you to harm them. But being born on the 23rd, being born on the 23rd, it's going to make that your base vibration. And so it may overpower your life in certain situations. And that's the case when, Kobe Bryant got killed and murdered at an early age. And same thing, XXXTentacion. Both those people were born on the 23rd. And they both died, like, very dramatically. But also, their lives could have just been cut short because they fulfilled their purpose. So, that's another aspect that you can look at it as well. They were both master numbers. Kobe Bryant was a Lifepath 11, and XXXTentacion was Lifepath 33. That could be another connection that we have, but that's all up for speculation. But bottom line is, as a 23, just study Leo and embody that. And you will have divine protection, especially the Lifepath 23s. A Lifepath 23 is way more powerful than someone born on the 23rd. People that are born on the 23rd, y'all just tend to have the qualities and the good fortune of the 23, but y'all are not going to be as protected as the Lifepath 23s. Lifepath 23s are impossible to defeat. But to learn more about my numerology teachings, click link in my profile bio and read my book, Supreme Mathematics. Or if you like a reading, just book a session. You can also find that in link in my profile bio. But have a great rest of your day.